Thank you, everybody, once again for tuning in to the Educational Numismatist. This is number 3 in a continuing series of videos. I had purchased 2 half rolls of Morgan dollars, 10 coins in each roll. So we have 20 coins, raw Morgans, that we have already evaluated whether or not they should be considered for submission. And then we've given them an estimated grade. So this particular video, we're going to actually look at what the declared price guide value is for each of these coins in the estimated grade. And then we'll make a determination as to whether or not it would make sense to grade that coin. So for this one, we're going to go out to the PCGS website and we're going to look for the 81S in mint state, because this is not a proof-like or a deep mirror proof-like. So this is a mint state coin. That's what MS is. And that's basically how you read the PCGS website. For each date, they're going to give you each of these varieties. And the little plus is if you get a 62 plus, a 63 plus. A 63 would be worth 90. A 63 plus would be worth 110, with a 64 being worth approximately 115. So for this particular coin, I'm afraid my estimate of 64 may actually be just a shade high, because we do have a couple of digs going on in the back here. So the bottom line is, I don't think this is a coin that would be justified in spending almost 30 bucks to get it graded, because I just don't think that, you know, the grade it would obtain is going to be worth enough to justify that expense. So in the comments, please let me know if you agree with that assessment and whether or not you think that grade is appropriate, and we will be tracking them. So coin number 2 is an 1880S. So I need to go back up here to, again, the mint state 70. Whoops, didn't want that. Okay, so I'm sorry, the mint state designation for an 1880S. Now, in a mint state 62, this is roughly an $85 coin. If it gets 63, I'm making another $5. If it does get to 64, which I think is questionable in this case, it would be about 115. So I'm going to have to pay 30 bucks to get it graded. I don't think that's worth the expense. So unfortunately for that one, I don't think it's really worthy. Coin number 3, the next one, we've basically got the exact same situation, okay? You know, I'm going to have to pay 28 bucks on top of what I paid to acquire the coin. It's just not worth it for me to take the risk that it's going to come in at a 60 or a 61, or, you know, who knows what it might do. So I'm going to pass on that one as well. All right, we've got an 82O for coin number 4. And let's go look at an 82O as a mint state coin. So we're looking at the same thing. So if it hits a mint state 64, which is the estimate on this coin, that's worth 150. And if I were to get that, it might make it worthwhile. If it comes in at a 63, that's borderline. That's a little better than break even. And if it hits a 62, I'm basically losing money by the time I pay for the grading. So let's take another hard look at this one and see whether or not we think it might actually get a 64 grade. That is a really nice looking strike for a New Orleans coin. And there's really not much at all in the way of significant surface issues. So, all right, this one is a borderline call, but I'm going to set this one aside. I'm not going to sell that one. That one may very well go off to grading. So let me know what you think. Coin number 4, is that worthy of grading? Coin number 5, I've already made the determination that this one is not worth grading because of the coloring and the little splotch going on there and a little bit of issues there. So that one's going up for auction tomorrow in my show. We've got an 82S that I have estimated at a 62. So let's go look at an 82S in mint state. 85 bucks. Even if it hit 63, I'm only looking at 90, and I would need it to hit a 64 to really break even or start to make money on that coin. So once again, I'm afraid I'm going to have to decline on that one. Let me know in the comments if you agree or disagree on coin number 6. Coin number 7, I am estimating at a possible 64, which is where things begin to get interesting. That's a pretty nice looking strike all the way around. So once again, if I hit a 64, it's probably worth my while to grade it. And if I manage a 65, then I'm definitely in the money. So we will set that one aside as well. Let me know if you agree. Coin number 7 may very well end up getting submitted. All right, coin number 8, I have already determined I'm not going to submit this one. I'm estimating this 83.0 at about a 61. And just to show it and why, an 83.0 and a 61 is worth 80 bucks. And that's a little bit higher than what I paid for it. And it certainly would not justify a $28 fee to get that coin graded. So that one goes up for auction tomorrow. All right, coin number 9. We have another 83.0. This one estimated at a 63. And once again, an 83.0 mint state 63 is about 90. Doesn't justify the cost of submission to a grading service for me. So coin number 9 will be going into auction. Again, comment, let me know if you agree. Coin number 10 is an 84.0 that I am estimating at a 62. Let's go look at what an 84.0 will do. In a 62, we're looking at the same thing, 85, 90. I would need to get a 65, which is unlikely on this coin, to make it worth my while. So this one will not go into grading. That will be available in tomorrow's show. Coin number 11 is an 85p. I've estimated at 62. An 85p at a 62, we're basically looking at the same dollar values. So that one will be up for auction tomorrow as well. All right, an 85p at a 63. Well, that's where it starts to get interesting, because if I hit 65 somehow, then it's worthwhile. I'm just not convinced this one would hit above a 64. And I'm estimating it conservatively at a 63. So this one's going to go for sale tomorrow. Coin number 12. Let me know in the comments if you agree. All right, an 85 New Orleans estimated at a 61. I don't think this one's going to be worthwhile either. We've got 85.0. Yeah, even at a 63, it doesn't make sense. Even a 64, I'm not making money. So that will go in for auction tomorrow as well. We've got an 86p estimated at a 62 that I'm already telling you I'm not going to grade. The reason for that, again, self-explanatory. At a 62, there is no money in that coin for me to justify the grading. 87p. I don't know why I didn't put a grade on this one. Let's quickly assess that one. It is not a very good strike for Philly. It's not a horrible strike, but it's not really all that great. The reverse is not terrible. Got a couple of scuffs going on. That might be a 62 or a 63, but, same thing. For an 87, you're looking at 62, 63. There's just not enough meat on that bone for me to justify sending it off. So that's coin 15. Number 16, we've got an 89p, which I've already decided I am not going to grade for the same reasons. I don't need to show you that. That will go in for sale tomorrow. Coin 17 is a little better. That's a possible 63 with some nice toning on it. No real issues. A couple of marks which might help it get a better grade. I have conservatively estimated at a 63. And for an 89... All right. Well, that is a possibility, because if I were to hit a 64, even at a 63, that's close to where I'm at least making a little bit. As long as it doesn't come in below that, I would be okay. And if it came in above, I'd be very happy. So that coin, number 17, is a very strong possibility that it will go in for grading as well. Comment if you agree. Coin number 18, I have estimated as a mint state 60 for this 020, and that's because we got a little splotch. We've got a terribly weak strike. In the reverse, again, nothing special, nothing spectacular, but I just don't think that coin is worthy of sending for grading. So that will go to auction tomorrow. Now, we've got an 020 that looks that much better. This is a much, much better strike for New Orleans. And there's not really a lot going on the surface that impacts below the surface, which the grading services take into consideration. And the reverse looks very nice as well. So what we have is a 19020 that is estimated at a 63. All right, so the estimate of a 63, that's break even, give or take. 64, I would do okay, and if it hit 65, I would be loving life. The question is, do we think this coin could hit a 65? And here's one they've already graded a 65. So, I mean, that is really very much like this coin. The question is, do I take the chance and risk it? And that one may very well go. So, comment, coin 19, do you agree that one should go or not? And last but not least, we have a 19040 estimated at a mint state 60. This one is not going to go. This one I'm just not sure of. A decent strike, but the color is just not appealing to me. And the reverse is no better. And, it's still a nice looking coin. I just don't think it justifies submission to a grading service and the expense. So, at the end of the day, you've now had some insight into the process I go through to determine whether or not to submit a coin for grading. So, we've got 4 options here. We've got 4 coins that have made the initial cut and might be worthy of submitting to grading. So what I will do is I will go ahead and submit all 4 of these coins. We are going to go through the process in another video, where for those of you that want to submit your coins for grading but have always been a little intimidated, not quite sure what to do or how it's done, I will take you through the process step by step, and then we'll be able to follow these coins and see whether or not the grades that I have estimated are close. Did I get them right? Did I go too high? Did I come in low? And just as importantly, all of you that comment what you believe those grades should be for each individual coin, we'll see if you're right. So the next video will be these 4 being submitted, and then we'll see how we do. So please subscribe to the channel. You don't want to miss the next in the series. And once again, I appreciate all of you signing in to the Educational Numismatist.